Did you know that just failing to report an income change to SNAP in Massachusetts can seriously affect your benefits? It's totally true. A simple missed deadline or maybe just misunderstanding a rule can actually lead to disrupted benefits or even overpayment collections. But hey, don't worry. In this explainer, we're breaking down exactly what you need to know to stay on track and keep your benefits totally secure.
Welcome to the explainer. Today, we're diving right into how to report income changes to SNAP in Massachusetts. Now, navigating the Department of Transitional Assistance, or DTA, well, it can sometimes feel like trying to read a foreign language, right? But we're going to demystify all these reporting rules right now so you can confidently manage your benefits without all that extra stress. Here is our quick game plan for today. 1. SNAP basics. 2. The 4 reporting tiers. 3. How to report. 4. Real-life scenarios. 5. Solving common challenges. And 6. Securing your benefits.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, SNAP Basics, and understanding the program.
So the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is managed by the DTA to help low-income Massachusetts residents afford nutritious food. But before we get into the weeds, let's talk about a foundational concept here, your gross monthly income. Basically, this is the total amount of money you bring in before any taxes and expenses are taken out. Now, in Massachusetts, this is incredibly important. Why? Because the state uses a broad-based categorical eligibility policy. That's a mouthful, but it just means the gross income limit for most households is bumped up to 200% of the federal poverty level. Understanding your gross income is the absolute key to knowing when you actually need to contact the DTA.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 4 reporting tiers. It's time to know your rules.
Here's the thing. Not everybody on SNAP follows the same rulebook. You can actually find your specific reporting tier on your DTA approval notice or your DTA Connect account online. Let's look at the 2 most common tiers first. Under Simplified Reporting, which covers most households, you only need to report if your gross monthly income goes over your specific limit, and you've got to do this by the 10th day of the following month. But quick side note, if your household includes an able-bodied adult without dependents, what they call an ABOD, you also have to report if their work hours drop below 20 hours a week. Now, contrast that with change reporting. This is usually for households getting cash assistance like TFDC. Here, the rules are a bit stricter. You absolutely must report any income change over $125 a month within 10 days of receiving that first adjusted payment.
Now, if you're a senior or have a disability, the rules actually shift again. Under EDAP, which stands for the Elderly Disabled Simplified Application Project, if all adults in your home are 60 or older or disabled with no earned income, you get very relaxed rules. You literally only report if someone moves in or out or if someone gets a brand new job. Then there's Bay State Cap. This one is designed for single individuals receiving SSI. For this tier, get this, you don't even report changes to the DTA. You report them directly to the Social Security Administration, and they just pass the information along electronically for you.
10. That is literally the magic number here, guys. Whether you're reporting by the 10th day of the next month or within 10 days of a specific change, that 10-day window is the golden rule of SNAP compliance. Missing this deadline? Well, that's exactly what leads to sudden benefit disruptions or, even worse, the DTA asking you to pay back benefits you technically weren't entitled to. So always keep the number 10 in mind.
Okay, Section 3, how to report. Let's get into the exact steps.
Now that you know your tier and your deadline, what exact steps do you actually take to tell the DTA about your new income? Honestly, the absolute easiest, most direct way to report is digitally. Step 1. Log in to DTA Connect. You can do this through the mobile app or their website. Step 2. Navigate to the My Info tab. You can self-declare certain changes there or just go straight to the Documents tab. And Step 3. Upload your actual verifications. You see, the DTA can't just take your word for a new income amount. They're going to need the actual proof. I have to say, the free DTA Connect mobile app is a complete game changer. Instead of mailing documents and just crossing your fingers they don't get lost, or waiting on hold on the phone for an hour, you can literally just snap a picture of your pay stub with your smartphone and upload it directly right there in the portal. Plus, it's available 24/7. But before you log in, do yourself a huge favor and make sure you have the right documents ready to go. Acceptable documentation includes recent pay stubs. Now, if you don't get pay stubs, you'll need a signed letter from your employer on company letterhead. Make sure it details your hours worked, your gross pay, and definitely includes their signature. And, if you lost your job and your income ended, you can just upload a termination letter showing your last day worked and your last date paid. Getting all this together first is going to save you a massive headache later on.
Let's move on to Section 4, Real-Life Scenarios. Let's actually apply these rules.
Reading government rules is one thing, right? But applying them in the real world is another. Let's look at Selena first. She's on simplified reporting. She goes out and gets a second part-time job, but her total combined income from both jobs is still below the gross income limit for her family size. So what does she do? Well, she actually does not need to report this immediately. She can just wait until her scheduled 6-month interim report. Easy. Now, consider Edward. He's on the EDSAP tier for seniors. At age 65, he starts a new job. Now, even though he might not make a ton of money, the EDSAP rules clearly state you must report when a household member begins earning wages. So Edward absolutely must report these new earnings to the DTA by the 10th of the following month. You see how your tier totally changes the game?
All right, Section 5, Solving Common Challenges. Time to troubleshoot your case.
Listen, the system isn't perfect, and sometimes weird bureaucratic hurdles just pop up. A really critical one to avoid is what I like to call the address change trap. Check this out. If you move and update your address in the DTA Connect app, the system automatically prompts you to update your shelter and utility costs. If you update your address but forget to upload your new lease or your new utility bill to verify those new costs, the caseworker is basically forced to enter $0 for your shelter expenses. And because SNAP calculations rely heavily on your living expenses, dropping your rent to $0 can severely reduce your monthly SNAP allotment. Seriously, if you move, always verify your new rent. And hey, if you do get stuck, here is exactly where to go for help. You can call the DTA Assistance Line at 877-382-2363. They've got an automated system up 24/7 and actual case managers available during business hours. If the app is glitching out on you, shoot an email to their IT help desk at dtaapphelpdesk@state.ma.us. And if you feel like you need an advocate or some outside help, the Project Bread Food Source Hotline is an incredible state partner. You can reach them at 800-645-8333. I highly recommend saving these contact details right in your phone for when you need them.
Finally, Section 6, Securing Your Benefits. Let's wrap up with our conclusion and a quick disclaimer.
By understanding your specific reporting tier, gathering the right documents ahead of time, and utilizing that DTA Connect app, reporting income changes shouldn't be daunting at all. You've basically got the playbook to maintain your benefits smoothly. Now, as a quick professional disclaimer, the information presented in this explainer is based on current guidelines available at the time of creation. And as we all know, bureaucratic rules can and do shift. So please always consult the official Massachusetts SNAP website or contact your local DTA office to get the most up-to-date and personalized assistance for your specific case.
So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Are your documents ready for your next big life change? A little preparation really goes a long way. If you found this explainer helpful, please share it with anyone in your Massachusetts community who might benefit from it. Make sure to follow the channel for more insightful content, and definitely drop any questions you have about SNAP down in the comments below. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and stay empowered.